This is Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. I like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and the like-minded brothers. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Schwab on the one back at you with another lesson. And what I want to go into real quick, all right, is something that I realized and going through videos on YouTube, the brothers' videos, and I was watching one of the beloveds out there in Idaho, all right, one of the brothers that go in Spanish, okay, and when I went into the video, they grabbed the AI voice and changed his voice, and they started bringing it out in their version, all right. Which at first I looked at it because the brother goes in Spanish, but when I looked at it, I said to myself, maybe it's just maybe he has it on a certain type of level where it just basically it translates it in English form. But the weird thing was that I sent the video to myself to see what would happen, and when I sent it to myself and then went into the video, it went into him speaking Spanish like he normally does. So what I want to do is show you real quick, all right? And this is something we have to be mindful, because now what they're doing is they're using AI, all right, to translate things how they want to translate it. See, this is all part of the persecution at the end of the day. So this devil is using, all right, literally AI on prophets. He's going to start to do it even more on more prophets, okay, to basically, turn the narrative the way he wants to turn it. All right. And he could pretty much do whatever he wants with the words if he wants, you see. And this is why we have to be mindful of these things. Okay. But like, check this out real quick. I'm going to show you. All right. Lord willing, it works now.
We've always made very clear is.
Yeah. See, listen to this. This brother speaks in Spanish. He literally speaks it in Spanish.
Shalom, shalom, Yasala, shalom, Israel. Before we begin, I want to begin by giving all the honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh.
Which actually said the right name.
I also want to give double honors and greetings to our apostles, elders, bishops of the Great Millstone, GMS, Grey Millstone in English, who are the men who in the spirit of Yahweh have taught us the scriptures.
Now it said Yahweh.
And greetings also to you, brothers, who go out to bring this good news to the chosen ones of the nation of Israel. Doing this work, putting at risk your freedom and your lives as well as those of your families. Greetings to the sisters, young men and young women who in hope await salvation in the return of Yahweh. Shalom to all of you.
Now it's
This is your brother Hananya from the GMS book.
Now it's Yahweh. Listen, it switched up the name like 3 times. So again, what they're doing is they're taking AI and they're grabbing certain brothers' videos and they're just playing with it. They're pretty much doing a test run on it, because it ain't all brothers. But this brother, I was watching his video, went to go watch it in Spanish, and all of a sudden it came out. When I heard it instantly, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no way. And it can pretty much do whatever they want with it according to the technology of AI. Shalom, you see, so they're able to do whatever they want with the videos, and this is part of the persecution, man. I wouldn't doubt that they start switching up words and just making us say things that we're not even saying according to the lesson, you see, to cause a lot of confusion. All right, and I'm gonna show you, watch, I'm gonna play a little bit more, but then I'm gonna show you what happened when I sent it to my phone. The video came back to me and I went back into the video and it was just him speaking Spanish. So this was just when it came down my feed on YouTube.
Waho Camp. And today I am going to enter to put my 2 cents on what Brother Amar from here from the Boyer Waho Camp did in this edification. Through this last Saturday camp. 1. A comment. This message is for the meeting of the elect of the nation of Israel.
See what I mean? So now watch this. Now watch me go into the actual video when I sent it to myself, all right, to show you what this devil doing. So now I'm going to go into my messages because this is what it's normally like when I watch the brother. Now check this out.
Shalom. Shalom, Yasharallah. Shalom, Israel. Antes de comenzar, quiero comenzar dando toda la honra, alabanza, honor y gloria a Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rahakodash. Quiero también dar dobles honores y saludos a nuestros apóstoles, ancianos, obispos de la Gran Piedra del Molino, GMS, Great Millstone en inglés. Que son los hombres
so
que...
this is what the video originally usually comes out with when the brother speaks. And like I said, the first thing I thought was like, is he using something that now translates? But there's no way, because the brother knows how to speak in English. So if he had to do a video in English, he's going to bring it out in English. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he has something that translated for him or not, you know, but regardless, it's the spirit that it came to me in that type of sense, because this is what's going to happen in these latter days, man. They're going to start taking our videos and they're going to start doing AI shit with it, man. They're going to start using AI technology. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me grab a preset that pops up in my head. This is, and they're going to, you know, they're going to take our videos, man, and they're going to do a lot of witchcraft and sorceries to our videos. Okay. This is, 1 second. This is damn, I had the precept in my head and I lost track of what I wanted. Hold on, let me grab this precept actually first. All right, so man, I'm mad as hell. I had a precept in my head and I lost it. All right, I'm gonna bring this one out because I'm gonna bring this out regardless. This is Revelations 12 and 10. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Okay, so he's the accuser of our brethren. All right, he's going to be falsely speaking lies of our brethren. All right, and he's going to do it by the way of his technology. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is what I wanted. 13, Revelations 13 and 14. "And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles." You see, and what's the means of those miracles is your technology. You see, the technology that this devil has. So with the technology of AI, and we're now entering into this NWO technology, he gonna be able to start taking brothers' videos, and whatever we're saying, he gonna be able to mess with it through AI, make us say things that we're not even completely saying in a real actual original video. He can make us go off, start saying names that we don't want to be saying, you know, start saying things that are straight disrespectful, you know, saying things that are contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, making confusion. Okay, you have to be mindful of these things, man. This is why you have to, you know, have the spirit of discernment. All right, to know when you hear brothers going off on some extra shit, you're gonna have to say, damn, nah, that's not what that brother always went into. You know what I'm saying? Or that brother was never like that. So why is all of a sudden it happening? You see? So it says, "And deceiveth them by the means of those miracles which had power to do in the sight of the beast." All right, and he has the power. He has the power to do that. Why? Because they practice these things day and night. Okay, let's grab Micah real quick. One, I mean, 2 and 1. All right, this is 2 and 1, and it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power. It is in the power of their hands." You see, so the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the power is in his hands to do whatever he wants of wickedness, and they work evil upon their beds. See, these niggas don't sleep unless they're trying to do something wicked to our people. You see, whether it be scheming to, depopulate, whether it's scheming to, persecute prophets, whether it's scheming to get at our videos, man, this devil's going to be up all day, all night, trying to figure out a way to deceive the masses. While we're waking up the masses, he's trying to find a way back to deceive them, you see, and he's going to do it by the means of those miracles through the technology. Okay, so let's grab this. This is Psalms. All right, Psalms. Find that real quick. Give me 1 second. This is Psalms 50 and 19. Yeah, let's grab 19. It says, 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. So he frames deceit. To frame deceit. All right, let's grab that word frame. Frameth. Okay, samad, right? It says samad. It says to bind, join, fasten. All right, join or attach oneself. To be fastened, be bound. To combine. Okay, so he's gonna combine his technology to frame him with deceit, just like when they tell you in like stupid ass movies that have got to do with detectives. They always speak about, or he's trying to frame me, meaning what? They're trying to beguile him, beguile somebody to make it look like they did it. Okay, so that's what this devil's gonna do. All right, he's gonna combine his technology, make it fit together. All right, as it says right here, to combine, fit together, hitch up. So he's gonna combine his technology to fit it together to his narrative, man, to try to deceive the masses. Okay, that's what the word deceit goes into. The word deceit, let's go back into that. Frameth deceit, his tongue frameth deceit, right? Deceit goes into
Strong's H 4820. Mirma. Mirma.
Marama, right? It goes into, that's in the Hebrew. It says to beguile, subtly, treachery. Okay, we know that this devil is he was the most subtle in the beast of the field, right? Okay, he was the most subtle. All right, let me grab it from here. He was the most subtle beast of the field, KJV. All right, this is Genesis 3:1, and it says, now the serpent, all right, was the most subtle, that was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, has Yahweh said that ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. All right, but the focal point is now the serpent. All right, what's the word serpent? The word serpent goes into a treacherous and sly, treacherous guy, someone that's very cunning. That's why he is a cunning hunter. Okay, so him being the cunning hunter, he was the most subtle beast of the field. Okay, so he's able to have the power, all right, to be cunning with the words, cunning with his technology, All right. And what he can do is he can take the technology, put the AI on, and then he could really type out whatever the fuck he wants that AI to say if he really wants to. You see? And that's what he's going to do. Okay. That's why he is the accuser of our brethren. So he's going to have us looking like we're going way completely off. All right. As a matter of fact, let me grab definition of deceit. All right. Definition of deceit goes into the action or practice of deceiving someone by concealing or misrepresenting the truth. You see, and that's what it goes back to. All right. The actual truth is going to be misrepresented. Okay. By what? By cunning words, concealing the truth. All right. And then bringing out nonsense and lies, because that's what this devil's about, man. He bring nothing but lies out. All right. Scriptures say the wicked is estranged from the womb. Soon as they be born, they come out speaking lies. All right. John 8:44 says he is the father of it. Okay. So he was a murderer from the beginning. Why? Because he abode not in the truth. When he speaketh a lie, and he speaketh of his own, because he is the father of it. So he always trying to find a way to speak lies onto the people. Okay. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to frame, all right, our videos with deceit, okay, to make us look like we're going completely off, to make us say things that we never said through the spirit. You know, this devil's got some fucking weirdo ass technology, man. All right, let's grab this. This came out earlier. Oh, so that's the spirit. This is the Psalms 37 and 7. Right, and it says, "Rest in the Lord Yahweh and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." You see, so that's a wicked device that this nigga's gonna bring to pass, man. He's already got it out here. He's already doing witchcraft and sorceries with AI and, you know, deceiving the masses, and people fucking believe it, man, because they don't have the spirit of discernment. They don't have the eyesight to see right through that. So because they're of the world, and that's a technology of the world and a device of the world, it's easily made to brainwash those of the world. But see, those that are of the truth, they're not going to be brainwashed. You see, they're not going to be misled by those things, man. Because we have the eyesight, we have Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, that's constantly, you know, watching over us, man. So the Lord is going to give us the heads up when something's off. He's going to give it to us in our spirit to feel it, you know, to sense it. Okay. So let's see what else. I'll bring out Isaiah 32 again. All right, because that was definitely hitting. That's what I opened up with. This is Isaiah 32:7. The instruments, okay, also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. You see, with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Okay, so the brother speaking, you know, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but he can have the power. All right, Esau can have the power just to start bringing out lying words out of that AI. All right, so it says the instruments of the. As a matter of fact, let's read NLT. It says the smooth tricks of the scoundrels are evil. They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor. See, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna if you go on YouTube already, they're able to go into your video, and your video has a whole transcript. So it's actually already recording everything you're saying. So why do you think they have those transcripts there? Because they're going to bring those forth when they persecute us. You know, we're going to be brought before kings, governors, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be brought face to face with their system, you know, their court system. And they're going to say, well, you said this and you said that, you know, and a lot of it's going to be, you know, bullshit. And I had a dream about that about a month and a half ago. I literally had a dream about that I woke up in a courtroom. I ended up being arrested in like Walmart or some shit. I think it was Walmart. And then when I woke up out of my dream, I was being taken And then when I woke up, I went to use the bathroom. And then when I went back to sleep, I went right back into the dream. It was weird as hell. And then when I woke back into the dream, I was in the courtroom and they were fucking talking all these crazy ass charges on me that I never did at Walmart. It was weird as hell. And all of them had wicked ass faces and they were all laughing at me. And they were all like, you could tell they were all plotting to try to persecute me with shit that I didn't say. And it goes with this, you see. It says, the instruments of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. You see, and that goes hand in hand, all right, with him accusing the accuser of our brethren. He gonna try to accuse us before the Lord and before the world, trying to say we said this, we said that. You see, so this is something we have to definitely be mindful, okay, what this devil's doing. You know, I'm gonna play it one more time. All right, that shit was bugged out when I seen it because I already know the brother goes in Spanish, and I've seen many of his videos in Spanish. So when I heard it in English, I was like, yo, I even told my wife, I was like, yo, check this the fuck out, yo, these niggas is fucking with the AI, like and that's what they're doing. They're just doing test runs with it. They're probably just picking random people, and then they're just messing with it to see what happens. Unless this brother does something where he's, which I don't think there's a feature like that. I've never heard of a feature. I've never seen personally a feature like that, unless he has some type of feature where he can do a lesson in Spanish and then they could translate it in English. I can't see that. And even if he does, it's not even translating. It's not going to translate it to the proper words that he's actually saying, which I've always realized that when they have technology that tries to translate things to you, sometimes I've seen many times, as a matter of fact, that they don't even translate it the way it's really being said. They're just translating it to according to their way, to their Spanish. Remember, Spanish, okay, come from these damn Spaniards, okay, from Spain. So the languages of Spain, the dialect of Spain is different from brothers that speak Spanish, you know, from these tribes, okay, because we have different types of dialects, different types of accents, you know, when it comes to certain things, you know. So, you know, they never what one word means in one country might not mean the same in another country, you know. So you have to understand that they don't ever interpret these things right, you know. But yeah, that shit was bugged out. Let me show you again. I'm gonna play. Look, I'm gonna play it from YouTube.
Because we've learned it from our elders, we've understood the message. All of you who despise the leading tribe have made a very big mistake, because without a head, the body doesn't function. Amen. And the head is the so-called dark-skinned one. That's the tribe of Judah. And Yahweh chose him and made him the head of the nation of Israel.
Now he calling him Yahweh. Yo, that shit is bugged.
Change. Okay.
So in the beginning, he said Yahweh, then it turned to Yahah, then it turned to Yahama just now. There was another one they said, like, see, that's what I mean. Why would he change up the word? Why would he change up the name? You know, 4 different ways being said. That causes confusion, man. All right. And again, if the brother was, if he was putting actually something for it to translate it for him, then why when I downloaded, why when I sent that same exact video to my messages and went right back into it, now he's speaking straight Spanish? That means that it would have went into the same type of version, all right, when I sent it to myself in my message, all right, which I'm gonna show you now. When you, this is what it sounds like when you go to the message.
En el espíritu de Yahweh Bashai nos han enseñado las escrituras.
See, so that means originally the lesson was already made in Spanish, and it still is in Spanish. So for the fact that it just came down the feed of YouTube on some AI bullshit talking was wild, you see. And this is something that we got to be mindful, all right, in these last days, man. It's gonna be a lot of sorcery, a lot of trickery that this devil does, man. All right, let me grab a preset. All right, This is Colossians. All right. Let me grab it from 2. Colossians 2. And let me do this. This is Colossians 2 and 4. It says, "And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words." All right. NLT says, "I am telling you this, so no one will deceive you with well-crafted arguments." Okay. So as long as you abiding in the light of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, and you know the sound doctrine, the true doctrine, you're not going to be able to be beguiled when you hear these niggas try to come with their AI and try to beguile people and turn them away. See, the ones that fall away, the ones that get turned away and believe what comes up is because they were just meant to fall into that trap. It's a stumbling block to them, you see. But to the elect, again, it's not going to be a stumbling block. So it says, "For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit." Yeah, and if you're walking in the spirit, you can't be beguiled because the Lord directs your steps. So you walking in the spirit, the Lord's going to always have you walking in the spirit. It says, "I'm with you in the spirit, join and beholding your order and steadfastness and the steadfastness of your faith in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach." Okay. And this is why you have to be rooted and built up in that faith. Okay. This is 1 second. This is Revelations 14. And I'll get straight to the point. "For these are they which were not defiled with women," all right, meaning philosophies, "for they are virgins," meaning they're pure, holy. "These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and unto the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile." Okay. Meaning what? They have told no lies. They are without blame. Okay. "For they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai." So in the true men of the Lord, there's going to be found no guile in their mouth, no lies. Okay. Let's grab 1 second. This is this is Proverbs 6 and 19. I'll go into 18. It says, I'll look up, go up to 16. "These 6 things does the Lord Yahweh hate. Yes, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands." See, a lying tongue and hands that shed innocent blood. All right. And when you look at all these things being named, all 6 of these things being named, these are all the attributes and the characteristics of Esau. So this is something you can expect from him, right? It says, "These 6 things do the Lord Yahweh hate. Yes, 7 are an abomination unto him." Meaning here goes 6 things, and then the 7th one makes it a complete, because 7 represents completion, right? So this is a complete number of characteristics that Esau has, man. It says, "A proud look," all right, the pride of his heart has deceived him. "A lying tongue," he's a man that constantly lies. As the scriptures say, the wicked is estranged from the womb. As soon as they be born, they speak lies. "And hands that shed innocent blood." And that's what he's always done, for a perpetual hatred that he has against us. His mentality is, "I need to kill Jake." You see, his mentality is that they drink the wine of violence. Okay. Like it tells you in, matter of fact, That should be in the same. No, that's in 4. That's in Proverbs 4 and 16. All right. So let's go back. It says a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart, meaning a mind that deviseth wicked imaginations. Okay. And with these wicked imaginations, he devises what? He plots and creates wicked devices. Feet that be swift to running to mischief. Okay. He's all about mischief. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not in his thoughts. A false witness that speaketh lies. You see, that's what he's going to do. He gonna bear false witness, all right, upon us, speaking lies. And he that soweth discord among brethren, you see. So he gonna try to, fool the masses with the lies that he brings out upon us and try to sow. He's gonna try to sow discord among us. Okay. So be mindful of these things, man. All right. Slack here. This is Proverbs. All right. Bro. Fucking internet driving me nuts. I'm tired of this internet shit. The fucking phones don't even work like they used to. All right. This is Proverbs 19 and 21. It says, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, that shall stand. Okay. So, he can come out with all the devices he wants. The word of the Lord, all right, is going to come out the way it needs to come out through the spirit. All right. You cannot beguile the men of the Lord. You cannot, all you can do is try to frame deceit, but it's going to show that it was off. Because we are the light and you're the darkness, and the darkness can't comprehend the light. You see, we're gonna be defended by the angels. We're gonna be defended by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So you might be able to deceive somebody for a minute, a couple minutes, but the counsel of the Lord is gonna stand regardless, man. You see, so. That's pretty much the point, honestly. I'll leave it with this. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see, that's the only thing he has really to try to get an advantage over us, is by bringing out these wicked devices, man. All right, but see, we're not ignorant to his devices. All right, we're always on the watch. We're always constantly staying prayed up. We expect this devil to do some nonsense like that. This is why we're preparing our people now, telling them this is what's coming. This is why we're prophesying about it, So that's pretty much what I wanted to share. Just be mindful that you're going to start using this AI heavy. All right. Like I said, I could be wrong. The brother might have some type of feature on there that translates, but it don't make no sense, because why would it not translated when I go to the one that's sent to my message? It should do the same thing, but it's not. It's coming out straight Spanish, and that's how the brother always brings it out, in Spanish. So, hey, Lord willing that you were edified. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, call the Lord in line, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Barakatash. That belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and the like-minded brothers. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith and doing as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Shalom, Malak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah.